guys, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, you're welcome to this channel, and to my returning subscribers, you guys are the best. So guys, today I'm going to be talking about things I wish I knew before starting the university. What are the things that I am supposed to know before starting the university and I did not know? So this is really going to be helpful to those just starting the university and to those that just got admission into the university. So yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the video. So guys, yeah, the first thing you should know before starting the university is you should do a research on your degree. Do a research on your course that you got admission to, like the course they give you. And yeah, I mean, most of the time now, the course of your choice, you don't end up having it. Like maybe as a student, I applied for medicine, and then along the line, they didn't give me medicine, they gave me microbiology, or whichever way. Just when you get your admission, you still have some time before you have to resume to the university. So that time that you still have, take that time, use that time to do a research on that course that you were given. Maybe, for example, microbiology, that wasn't your choice, like that wasn't the course you applied for, but then you were given admission to study microbiology. So you just take your time to do research on microbiology, like just do research on it. So you should be prepared. You should know what you should be expecting when you resume for that degree. The next thing is that you should take your first year seriously. Are you listening to me? Take your first year in the university seriously, because that is when it will be easy for you to build up your GP. Yes, that is when you'll be able to, that's when it will be easy for you to build up your how do I call it, your GP, your results, take your first year seriously, because I think the first year, most of the things you're going to be taught will be, you are familiar with them. Like you'll be really familiar with most of what you'll be doing in the first year, because it will be like a revision of the things you did in your high school or your senior secondary school. It's just that it's just going to be a little bit advanced. So yeah, take your first year seriously so that you won't start struggling to build up your GP when you get to the next level or the third level. So take your first year seriously if you want to come out with a good result. Taking your first year seriously, it is really important. In case you were given an admission of the course you did not choose, and you don't even have a passion for that course. You don't have to have a passion for the course. Just be determined. I know it is not the course of your choice. So if you're not going to be putting in for another jam to go back to the course that you want, and maybe you end up going for the course you were given, just be focused and be determined. Do research on the course and just be determined to study hard for it. I know it's not what you want, but then still just study hard and make sure you stand out. Yeah, you have to stand out. Even though it's not your choice, just do well. Just come out well. At least that's just the best you can do for yourself. Do well, come out well, and yeah, you're gonna. So the next thing you should know is you should know about the hostel and the transport issues. You should know for the hostel, you should know about it, because there are some hostel. During my first year, I could see some students that their hostel lack water. So when you're getting an hostel, make sure you ask questions, because you're going to be the one to live in that hostel for a very long time. So ask questions. Ask them, if there's no power supply, how will they pump water, or just make sure you ask questions, because water is very important. You don't, you as a student, you can't, I mean, afford not to have water. And then in the morning you want to prepare to go to school, you start going from another, from your hostel to another hostel, searching for water to bathe. So ask questions. And also the transport issue, you should know about it. You should know the distance from your hostel to the school. That's if you're going to be staying off campus. Just ask questions about their transport issue. Hope there's no transport issue, hope there's no traffic, or even if there's traffic, you should be able to know how to beat it by waking up early and all of that. So the next thing you should know is about the extra curriculum or night class. Yes, when you resume, you will see a lot of people going for night class and extra curriculum. So yeah, you should also do that too for your first year. And please, if you're doing the night class, you shouldn't do it alone. It is not advisable to go there alone, because if your school doesn't have tight security, I wouldn't even advise you to do night class at all. I wouldn't advise you to do night class. So, but make sure you attend extra curriculum. I mean, apart from what your lecturer is teaching you in the class, you should also take your time to check out extra curriculum, because in your first year you will see different type. They will organize a lot of tutorials for you, and you should just, I'm not saying you should attend everything, because there will be a whole lot, and then sometimes you end up going to one that is not even you don't find it interesting and you don't even understand it. So just take your time to check out the ones that you attend and you are able to understand the person teaching. So yeah, attend tutorials. And also, if you are the night reader, you know how to read very well at night, then you should try out night class. But make sure you go in groups. Don't go for night class alone, period. So another thing is you should attend all the classes. I mean, some people tend to, will I say, while away their time in their first year, because they're like, this joy that, hey, I'm now a university girl, hey, I'm now a university boy. Let me flex, let me enjoy. There's nobody to caution me, there's nobody to say, hey, come back home this time, hey, come back home this time. Well, nobody to wake me up in the morning, hey, oh yeah, stand up, go school. Yes, there's nobody to do all of that, but you still have to caution yourself. You have to caution yourself. You have to attend all the classes. I mean, you're new to the system. You don't even know how they do their things. So why do you have to skip? Why should you skip classes? Why? No, tell me why. So please, for your first year, make sure you attend all the classes. I know there are some classes that, yes, they are not so important. I mean, they are not interesting, and maybe it's something you can actually read on your own and you'll be able to understand and pass it. But still, for your first year, just attend all your classes so that you get to know the system of the school, how they do their things. Yeah, next one. Okay, another thing is that you should relate with your course rep. Relate with your course rep is very important. I mean, I wasn't, I mean, I didn't actually relate to my course rep as at my 100 level. My 100 level, it was just me and myself. I didn't relate to people that much, but it is important to relate with your course rep, because they tend to be really closer to the lecturers and they tend to get a lot of information before you get it. Like, they are, I don't know, how do I put it, they're close. They are and the lecturers, they're like this, they are very close, so information get to them, and before they transfer it to the group chat, your course group chat and all of it. But still try to be close and relate to your course rep. So there are some things that you can ask, and yeah, relate with your course rep. It is important. Another thing is that you should read in groups. I know some people reading alone works a lot for them. Somebody like me, I like to read alone because there are sometimes you read in groups and then there are some people that they like to talk too much. They talk and talk until they don't know that, hey, keep quiet. I'm trying to assimilate something. Can you just keep quiet? Okay? Thank you. Okay. So, but still, try and read in groups because it helps a lot. There are some times where you read in groups and questions start coming out from this end and the other. And maybe this person just like, hey, what is this? Do you remember this? And then, okay, you don't remember. And the other person's like, yes, he said this, he said that. Before you know it, it will stick. Like, whenever you see a questions like that in the exam, or you'll be like, oh, I remember we did this in group, and yes, this also person said this and that. So yeah, reading groups, it helps a lot. Like, it has really helped me a lot when I started reading in groups with my friends. Trust me, it helps a lot. Take past questions seriously. Trust me, guys. Take past questions seriously. Like, it has helped me a lot, a whole lot. Like, it's I feel like this past question helps you to, it prepares you. It's like a test that you know you go through before you go and do your actual exam. So try as much as possible to do a lot of past questions. After doing your studies, after reading, go through those past questions to test yourself, and yeah, prepare yourself for the actual exam. It is important to go through past questions. It helps a lot, a whole lot. It has helped me. I won't say my 100 level, I didn't really do much of past questions, but as time went on, that I got to know that yes, these past questions are really helpful, and yes, I've been using past question and it has been helping me a lot. Okay, you want to know? Trust me, guys. Google is your friend. YouTube is your friend. Google is your friend. YouTube is your friend. Yes, guys, because there are sometimes it's a university. I mean, not all university give handouts. Some university will give you PDF that you are meant to read, and it will also be helpful for you to do more research on the course, that on the outline or the PDF that they give to you. I'm not saying you should read too much. It depends on your course, because for the first year 100 level, we did CBT, like it was computer based test. So it is really good for you to read the PDF they give to you or the notes they give to you in class, and also read more on your own by searching on Google, depending on the topic, or on YouTube depending on your topic. Just read abroad, don't just base on what you are given in the class. You can also try as much as possible to make use of Google and YouTube to study. And the final thing I'm going to be saying is that you should read before a class. I know it's not going to be easy, but at least once in a while, read before you go for a class, because there's sometimes that, oh, my 100 level, I just go to class and lecturers ask questions and I see a lot of people answering it, and I'm like, how are you supposed to know this thing? You're new, yeah. How do you know this thing? I'm like, oh my god, hope I'm not an olodo. But then when you search well, when you go and meet those people now and ask them, how did you know this thing? You will know that those people, they read a lot. They don't just come to class and wait for the lecturer to now teach them before they now. No, they read before every class, and just try as much as possible. It's not easy. I mean, it's not easy. Nothing is easy at all. But still, when you are determined, you'll be able to do this. So read before a class. And yes, this is going to be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give the video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you've not. If you find it helpful, then support this baby girl, okay? Support me. And yes, with all those tips, I hope and hope that it will be really helpful for you and you won't find your first year in the university really stressful or bad. See you guys in my next video. Bye guys.